Representation matters. I'm going to repeat that again. Representation matters and everyone should have it. That's what Huda Ibrahim believes as well. She's the author of What Color Is My Hijab, a book that features Muslim women wearing their hijabs in various professions. So joining us now is author and diversity and social justice professor Huda Ibrahim. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk to you this morning.
And I just want to start off and just say, what an amazing idea for this book. It's amazing. What sparked you to create this and to really just get this out there so children can learn and just really love themselves?
Absolutely. What a great question. I wrote this book for not only my niece, Farma Elias, who inspired me to write this book, but also for all the other children who would like to see themselves represented in the literature. I remember my little niece, she was just 7 years old at the time I wrote this book, and she's the one who asked me a question that was really important, which was, why can't I see people who look like me in the books that I read? And that really made me think about not only my niece, because I have a lot of nieces, but also the children who are interested in seeing themselves in the books that they read. And so that's what inspired me to write this book. And I have seen it in my own class where students will, enroll my class, and first day of class, I would ask their first name and last name and why they were taking this class or this course, and they will tell me. And I have had many of them said that to me, that they enrolled this class, or they took my class, or they're taking my class because they wanted to see people who look like them or a person who look like them. And so it is really important for folks out there to think about children and the representation, and how representation is really important. And What Color Is My Hijab is a children's learn your color book, where a Black Muslim girl chooses what color hijab she will wear that day. And in the book, women of all different professions, it shows, including doctors and artists and teachers, all wearing their beautiful headscarves. And it's very beautiful and colorful and really gorgeous book. And anybody who read the book will definitely attest that. And so it shows a lot of different women of different color, and the beautiful, pictures that this book has is absolutely amazing.
And speaking of, I was actually looking at your book. I was on your Kickstarter website, and this really stuck out to me. It says, I know someone in a white hijab. She is an engineer, and she is very smart. When I want to solve problems, I'll wear a white hijab. And I love that each color just represents a different profession. So why is this so important to show different Muslim women in a variety of different professions?
This is really important because if you look at the media, unfortunately, many times people don't see Muslim women as though they are smart or beautiful or intelligent. We don't see a lot of Muslim women in leadership positions, regardless of their status, regardless of their socioeconomic class and what have you. And so I chose this particular idea of showing diversity within this book, and Muslim women in particularly, who happen to be Black and white and what have you, and even a teacher who is sitting in a wheelchair. So diversity of all kind. And so I want people to think about Muslim women as diverse as they can get, and not only certain groups or certain ethnic groups. And so that's the idea, and that's why I had the different professions and different women. And even with the hijab itself, women are not only wearing a certain hijabs. If you look at the pictures, it's different. So it shows the different groups of women within the Islamic faith or traditions, and the way they dress. So a woman from Somalia may not dress the same, may not wear her headscarf or hijab the same way as another woman from a different part of the world.
This can be so educational, not just for Muslim children, but for non-Muslim children as well. This could be put into classrooms because you are learning, and it just teaches you to appreciate people of different backgrounds and different thought processes. And I really feel like not only can Muslim children learn from this, but non-Muslims as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And interestingly, a lot of adults sometimes ask me questions such as, "So, can your husband see your hair?" And it's an interesting, and I always joke about this and say, "Yeah, my husband can see my hair. We don't sleep on our hijabs," and so it teaches not only kids of all cultures and backgrounds, but also adults. Adults can understand that wearing the headscarf is not going to limit a young person's potential. It empowers and encourages young girls who choose to wear to see that they can be anything. They can do anything, and they can be anything. And so that was the intention of this book, to really show little kids that they can wear their beautiful headscarves while they dream big and think big and dream high.
This is really breaking those stigmas. Like you said, people ask you questions about, do you have hair underneath your hijab? This is an educational tool, like you said, for everyone. So of course, we want to know, where can our viewers go to purchase this book, and what can they do to continue to support you?
Absolutely. That's a very good question. Thank you very much for asking. They can go to my website, hudaibrahim.com. They can also find this book through Amazon or Barnes & Noble. And I'm also writing a second book and thinking about diversity and inclusion. And so people can support me by going to my website, hudaibrahim.com, and purchase this copy. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. And anybody who bought this book and purchased it can share that with everybody else, and so they can find on my website. And I'm also working with our school district now, and we're creating the first Somali literacy for our school district 742 in St. Cloud, Minnesota. And so I'm really excited about this opportunity to work with schools and continue to educate kids as they grow up to be the next generation of leaders.
And just lastly, I just want to say that this is amazing. What do you have to say to our viewers out there and those young girls that are just like, I don't know, what to do. I just want to be this. I want to be that. What would you tell them to just go and pursue their dreams?
Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and believe in yourself that you can be anything. If you work hard, you will definitely get there someday. And I know it can be said, this is easy to say that you can be anything, but you can, because I was also that girl who fled from Somalia, a civil war, who didn't even speak English when I came here. And I worked hard and earned my position. And so to all the girls who look like me and who don't look like me, I know you can do it if you can find mentors, people who look like you, who can help you, who can show you the way. And so dream big and aim high. Go for it.
Thank you, Huda, so much for joining us this morning. Keep it up. We really appreciate it. We need this right now.
Thank you very much for having me.